Yeah, look, obviously, the dew does come in, but we felt as though that, the dew was going to be pretty consistent throughout the game, both the innings. Obviously, it was pretty wet before we started the game, so we won the toss and batted and put a score on the board. That's one of our strengths. We did it really well with the stick. Unfortunately, we didn't get there. We had to come up against some pretty good batting. Dilshan batted beautifully, and Kohli, they really, set the game up through the middle of the innings. And obviously Shaun Tate came back and got us back into the game. We thought, with the last over, we could probably defend the last little bit. Dan Christian bowled a really good over, and the last ball went for 6, and that's all she wrote. Oh, look, obviously we got ourselves into a fantastic position. We obviously put 214 on the board. Daniel Harris led the charge beautifully at the top of the innings. Obviously finishing really well with Dan Christian. I think they put on, I think it was about 92 off the last 6 or 7 overs, so that was a fantastic effort to get us to 214. We were very confident going out there to defend that. Obviously that hasn't happened. We're extremely disappointed. Shaun Tate did a fantastic job to get us back into the game, but in the end we didn't get the win on the board and we're heading home. We try and play pretty courageous batting up front with the bat, and Dan Harris did that tonight for us. He got away to a fantastic start, which allowed us to bat through the middle of the innings and set ourselves up with wickets in hand, which is something we do really well. We did it again tonight and obviously finished the last 6 or 7 overs really well with about 92 runs to set up a target that we thought was going to be more than enough out there. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Oh, look, obviously it's a big wicket to obviously to drop. It was me, which was pretty disappointing. I don't usually drop too many, so that was pretty disappointing. Obviously, to get him out so quickly after was a huge relief to me, and I think for the rest of the team, and gave us a huge lift and allowed Tatey to come in and really rock the boat a little bit and get us back into the game. But look, it's never good to drop catches, that's for sure. Look, he's pretty sore at the moment. We're hoping it's just a bad cork. The obviously knee looked like it went into his thigh, so we'll leave that with the doctors. I'm not exactly sure on the exact diagnosis, but he looks pretty sore at the moment. Anytime you lose your captain out in the field, obviously it's difficult because he's probably got a bit of a plan mapped out in his head. He went off. Look, we've got some pretty cool heads in our group. We've got some good senior players with good cricket brains, and look, Cam Borgus, myself, Dan Christian and Daniel Harris, we got together, we talked about it. Everyone came in, spoke about the fact that we all need to stand up and be leaders out there. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get the job done, but anytime you lose your skipper, it's a bit of a loss. Obviously, we wanted to see how the pitch would play with the spin, and it looked like it was holding up a fair bit in the first game. So look, obviously, anytime you lose a wicket, you want to sort of reassess a little bit, but it takes a little bit of time for a batter to get himself in. What we wanted to make sure we did was get 2 batsmen to the crease to bat for an extended period, which would allow them to score a bit more freely. And look, it did work for us. We got a total of 214. We got 2 set batters in and then had wickets in hand at the end. So that seemed to work pretty well for us. But yeah, look, sometimes you do come up against bowlers that bowl a couple of good overs, and they did. And they kept it reasonably tight through those 2 overs.